I'm your host, Lester Zoom Headley, and this is important. I mean, June has gone, you know, so fast. It gone by so fast. And I had this one written since the 13th in celebration of Juneteenth, a reflection really, Black civilization, celebration, Black history. And so start the story, and with hope and all glory. Oh no, it's not all misery. It's, it is as precious as can be. The pain, the hurt, the depression, the glee, the civilization, and new celebrations. Juneteenth, as we celebrate Black history around the world. Even though still we are denied by many organizations and corporations because they don't celebrate it, they don't acknowledge it. Hence, is why we are going through this. It is the journey that have not left many mindsets, from the slave ship to the plantation, desperation and the destabilization, just because of coloration. Just because of coloration, the cry of freedom engulf us throughout the journey, from the fields to the college to the economic and sporting excellence. Hence why we celebrate Juneteenth. We rise to become a recognized force. The journey was long. The challenges, the cry of freedom hurt our souls, pain us. But we are at a point now where we cannot look back, constantly be looking back because of the color of our skin. It's determined, by so many people either to accept, deny, confuse, or still try to keep us where they want to keep us. And thanks be to God Almighty for the road and the journey of time. When I look and examine on reflection from whence my foreparents came and from where the Black race is today. We have to look at these Black hands, these Black feet, the Black mindset, the Black soul, the Black beautiful bodies, the Black eyes, the Black hearts, all this come together, help us to overcome the stifling and the suffering that we endure through the very environment, the social and the professional world, and the world we work in, the corporate world. It is an awakening, is an enlightenment and desperation of engagement, regardless to how we look at it. We can't keep dwelling about where we travel, but we can't either, on the other hand, forget about it. All these, the Black man, the Black race had to go through that. And oh, what a burden, as we cried out for freedom in the human race, as shame and disgrace engraved upon our faces. The tolerance, the awareness, the treatment, the respect, the culture, the conceptions, the isolation, the connotations, the expectations, the behavior, and the acceptance. The talking points, the horror stories, the advancement, the happenings. We all benefited from that long journey. May it be painful, and at times it had its joy because we developed our culture all across the world. The journey on the slave ship, to the plantation, to the fields, to the enduring corporation in today's, through exploitation, we cry freedom, economic enfranchisement, economic injustice. But we've been to college. We dominate sporting, music, excellence, science and financial, health fields and careers, political office, corporate office, we decorated. But we have to continue. Should we celebrate Juneteenth or not? It's up to who want to celebrate it. It's up to those corporations that want to acknowledge it. They can do whatever they want. But let's give thanks for the road and the journey we have traveled. Okay? Most successes desperately were all an effort of achievement. Okay, we achieve a lot as we traverse from the slave ship to the plantation to the corporate world and to today's setting, where now they're celebrating Juneteenth as it unfolds. It shows up the struggle as a day, a recognition of hardship. You know, it still linger on as most fight to survive and to fight towards a livable wage. You know, a lot of people still struggling through a lot of the camouflages and the exploitations and where we are in today's world. So Juneteenth is a moment of celebration and reflection. Business and manufacturing services, all business, some of them of those organizations don't accept or recognize, but that's their calling. That's their calling. It took them long to celebrate and acknowledge Martin Luther King Day as well. It's just their calling. It's their calling. You know, we can't get mad at them or anything like that. And if we work for corporations that don't celebrate it, we still have to go to work. But as soon as work finished, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, whenever, we can celebrate it and we can have a reflection, because it is a journey. When you look at Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King, Barack Obama, you have to be able to celebrate. Now, I'm not going to call any of the sporting icons or the musical icons. That story shows also, those stories show also how we traverse as people. So we should celebrate the Juneteenth, regardless if organizations celebrate it or not. It speaks a lot and tell you plenty concerning those organizations that still will not celebrate it. It shows the exploitation. It shows the respect for the human race. It shows their corporation, and it comes from their owners and the leaders and the boards, the corporate boards, when they don't celebrate Black history. You still can find within many organizations today not a Black leader. Okay, you still can find that. So then you see an organization that don't have that. They don't have pictures on the wall celebrating any Black person in their organization that have done outstandingly well. They will not be celebrating Juneteenth. That's a fact of life. But look, yet from the time of the slave ship, one common goal is to remain in fellowship towards freedom, opportunity, and excellence. Okay? Don't judge a man by the color of his skin. Okay? Don't judge a man by the color of his skin. Okay? Because from the bowels of human censorship, many were oppressed because you judge people by the color of their skin. Then many remain depressed from habits, actions, and doings and undoings in race relations. Okay? Suffered a stain of disdain because of the color of your skin. Yet, we all cry freedom after arriving on that slave ship, and we enter into documentation known as receivership, suffered by the stain of hardship. Juneteenth represents Black civilization, Black history, cry for freedoms, celebration. Okay, when we have that reflection, celebration, when we have that reflection. Now, that is my contribution to Juneteenth. And until then, have an open mind towards race relations. Okay? There's no need for racism in this world. There's need for celebration and acceptance. So I kid you not. Until then, have an open mind. I'm your host, Lester Zoom Headley, with this edition celebrating Juneteenth as a recognition. Okay? So thanks be to you, and continue listening to me. Keep an open mind and be grateful. Thank you so very much. Thank you.